James Gunn's The Suicide Squad debuts in theaters and on HBO Max on August 5th, but the big question everyone's asking is James Gunn's The Suicide Squad a reboot or a sequel? And where does this movie fit in the DC Extended Universe and in the timeline? We're here with answers next on KOMIX BRO. What's up guys, KOMIX BRO here. Back in 2018, DC and Warner Brothers announced that David Ayer would not direct the follow-up to his 2016 Suicide Squad film, but rather, Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn would be taking over the franchise. At the time, the film's producer, Peter Safran, quickly warned fans by saying, quote, "This is not a sequel," end quote. But James Gunn was a little bit more coy, stating, quote, "It's its own thing." So what's going on here? Sequel or reboot? Well, there are three easy questions we can ask to figure out whether this is a sequel or a reboot. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, on August 14th, we're giving away a Marvel Titans series Sam Wilson Captain America action figure from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, leave a like and a comment down below, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. And congratulations to Passive Paper Chase, you're our runner-up giveaway winner for the Marvel Legends Ms. Marvel action figure. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your details. So question number one, does the Suicide Squad have any returning characters played by the same actors? The answer is yes. Of the 5 surviving members of 2016 Suicide Squad film, a majority of them, 3, are indeed returning. They include Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang, and Joe Kinnaman as Colonel Rick Flag. In addition, the cold-hearted mastermind behind Task Force X, Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis, returns in the new movie as well. So the answer to question number one is a resounding yes, giving the first hint that James Gunn's film is a sequel, not a reboot. Question number two, does James Gunn's The Suicide Squad acknowledge David Ayer's Suicide Squad film, or does it pretend like it never happened? The answer is yes. Jai Courtney's Captain Boomerang is no stranger to Task Force X in the new film. He already knows Amanda Waller. Similarly, when Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn meets up with Colonel Rick Flag, she already knows who he is because she already teamed up with him in the first film. So the answer to question number two is another resounding yes, giving us our third indication that this is no reboot, but a sequel. Question number three, does James Gunn's The Suicide Squad take place in the same continuity as the prior film, or does it take place in some alternate timeline or universe? As should be obvious by now, The Suicide Squad takes place in the DC Extended Universe, the same exact universe as the Justice League, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Shazam, and yes, the first Suicide Squad film. So where in the linear timeline of the DCEU does James Gunn's film fit in? Well, it takes place after the events of Justice League and after the events of Birds of Prey with Harley Quinn. And we clearly see this in the progression and evolution of Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn character. So the answer to the third and final question is yes. And hence, since all three questions earn a yes, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad is indeed a sequel. It is not a reboot. But what's going on here? Why the subterfuge from DC and Warner Brothers? Why did the film's producer, Peter Safran, say that this isn't a sequel? Well, the answer is pretty simple. This is all about money and box office revenue. While David Ayer's original 2016 film was a box office smash, earning a global gross of some $747 million, it was a total critical flop and left audiences deeply divided about the film. In general, DC fans and moviegoers did not receive the film well. And if DC and Warner Brothers had marketed this new film as a direct sequel to the 2016 original, they would be sacrificing the film's earnings potential, because some viewers of the original movie would probably not even bother watching the sequel. But if they marketed it as a reboot or as some kind of, quote, different thing, then a lot of those moviegoers would ignore the original film and give James Gunn's new film a try. Now, does that mean that you need to see David Ayer's original 2016 Suicide Squad to understand James Gunn's The Suicide Squad? Nope, not in the least, because Gunn purposefully crafted the film as a standalone sequel. Just as most Marvel sequel films are designed to be standalone in order to maximize their box office potential, James Gunn and Peter Safran have seemingly done the same thing here. Doing so actually serves both the story in the new Suicide Squad, especially given that the first film was so muddied, but it also helps the profit outlook of the film as well by not limiting the film's audience. So if you haven't seen the first one, no worries. James Gunn uses Idris Elba's Bloodsport character to give Bloodsport and the audience all the background they need to know what Amanda Waller's Task Force X project is all about. So tell me in the comments down below what you think of the film, and remember, if you comment, you'll be automatically entered into our giveaway for a Marvel Titans series Sam Wilson Captain America action figure from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, complete with his Wakandan armor and wings and Steve Rogers shield. So subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and a comment down below, and remember, because it's truly random, the more videos that you like and comment on through August 13th, the better chance you'll have of winning. The winner will be announced August 14th on the channel. So in the meantime, click to the right for my Suicide Squad 2 release date on HBO Max James Gunn update video, and click to the left for my 5 Marvel movies to watch before seeing Black Widow. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Comics Bro.